Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's episode of Lewis Presents. What you're seeing over there is a block of flats. But this here originally used to be the Mile End Odeon, 401 Mile End Road, London E3. And we're on the corner of Eric Street here in London E3 in Bow. In the 1960s, the East End of London had quite a few Odeons. You had the Mile End Odeon, the Chingford Mount Odeon, the East Ham Odeon, Forest Gate Odeon, even Leighton had an Odeon. But now, all these years on, as we approach 2021, the only Odeon cinema in the whole of the East End of London is at South Woodford and George Lane, and even now that is under threat of closure. Mile End Odeon opened on the 17th of October 1938. The first film shown there was Max Miller in a film called Thank Heavens. It was a one-screen cinema and it held 2,034 seats. They used to have Saturday morning pictures there, a couple of thousand kids paying £6 a time, and would have jamboree bags on their birthdays. And every Saturday morning there'd be Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, Buck Rogers. And the real heyday for this cinema was in the 50s and 60s. In the 60s, some amazing films were shown here. Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock, the famous shower scene with Janet Leigh. Robert Mitchum in The Longest Day, where the landing ramp is coming down at Omaha Beach as the Americans are going to go into attack. Lawrence of Arabia, Zulu, Michael Caine. The Royal Premiere here was shown here in 1964. They did a big revamp of the auditorium here in 1968, and they reopened the cinema with The Sound of Music. But the cinema ticket sales were declining, and sadly the end was going to come for this cinema. And on the 17th of June 1972, the last film was shown here, Jane Fonda in Cat Ballou. The cinema was left disused for a short while, and then it reopened in September of 1972 as a sundown music venue. Slade, David Bowie played here amongst many others, but even that was short-lived, and the sundown music venue shut down in January 1973. Then it was left disused for 2 years, and then it reopened once again as a cinema in March 1975, and it was renamed The Liberty, and it showed Bollywood movies, and they said it was nothing unusual here on a Sunday afternoon to see queues of Bengali and Indian people watching the latest Bollywood movies. But even that was to end, and in 1978 the cinema finally shut down, and it was disused for 6 years. In May of 1984 they decided that they would tear the whole place down and demolish it, and what they've built here now is a block of flats. Now this block of flats is going to be demolished. The word Odeon means Oscar Dersh entertains our nation. Well, sadly Oscar Dersh isn't entertaining anymore at Mile End. The cinema's gone, but the memories live on. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Lewis Presents. It was entitled Memories of the Mile End Odeon. Thanks for watching.
Seven, 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 the magnificent seven.
Bond. James Bond.
Zulu.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.